That's too bright. That's better. Excuse my hair. It's a mess. Ladies, today I'm here to talk about how to save you money. And no, this isn't gonna be one of those videos where I'm like, here's the top 5 ways you can save money, guys. And the number 1 way is to spend less money and stop drinking Starbucks and all the other things that every single other financial person tells you. Hold on, my German Shepherd is walking into the room. She's here, you can see her. Hang on, let me show you. Oh, are we being scared of the camera? What are you doing? I guess she doesn't like the camera, guys. What is it? Freya. I have never met another German Shepherd who is more scared of like everything. Like absolutely everything. Terrified. She's just terrified. Ignore the mess on the left side of my screen and the clothing hanging and drying on the right side of my screen. I'm here to tell you an important message, and that is how to save money, like on your bills, like on important things, like your mechanic, like anything, okay? Anything and everything. And I've got several examples here that I want to talk about. Okay, so the first way that I saved money was on my ADT security bill. Now, this is something that was pretty interesting to me. We just bought the house last year, and of course, upon move-in, they convinced us we needed a security system. And my husband is a veteran, so a lot of it was discounted, right? Discounted as in like most of the cameras were no charge. They still pay, they basically like the service and installation was free, but then we still paid like, I want to say a little less than $2,000 in the end, because they end up like adding things that are not free that you need, right? So we signed all these, we signed up for this, and it was an intro pricing of, I think it was like $69 a month or something. And all of a sudden I noticed that my bill went up 2 months ago to $75. And it's one of those things, right? It's like a little creep. It's like how Netflix and even just Peacock last week like raised their prices by $1. Like it's something that they, you know, there's these intro pricing that people like Spectrum will give you for a year. They'll do $50 for the Wi-Fi, and then at the end of the year it's like, oh, you're not a new customer anymore, you're locked into a contract with us, so now we're going to charge you $80 instead. Like just raising your pricing each year because they can. And I thought this was something that I didn't have any control over at first, but then I have learned through research and hearing other people share this, that you can negotiate some of these bills. And a lot of times if you just ask for a discount, they will give you one simply because you bothered to call customer service and speak to somebody about it. And they don't want it to be raised to a level of like Karen asking for a manager, which I hope I don't portray that energy, but like, let's be real, I will if it will save me $20 a month, thereby saving me a lot of money per year. So I called ADT and I was like, hey, I see that my bill is now $75 a month. What happened to $69 a month or whatever I was paying before? It was only a couple dollars, but like still, what happened? And she's like, oh, that was an intro price, and so now that pricing is over. I was like, okay, how much is it to cancel the service? Because I'm on a budget and I'm trying to save money. And she was like, oh, well, your contract's actually for 3 years, and if you want to get out of the contract, it's 75% of the rest of the contract, paid in full if you want to cancel it. I was like, okay, then I might as well just keep it because I'm paying most of it. I might as well have the security system where it's actually calling the police if someone is breaking and entering into my house, right? I might as well keep it if I can access the cameras and see the dogs are doing okay. So after talking to this woman and hearing this, I was frustrated about the contract, but she did assure me that once, because I had an intro pricing and I signed up through like a third-party company that had to do with my husband's veteran status, she said, call us back when your 1 year hits. I think I was like a month early for this call. So she said, call us back when your 1 year hits. We will credit you the difference and we'll drop the price for the next 2 years back to the $69 a month. So a month later I called and I ended up asking, can you do any better? Because I'm on a budget and I'm trying to save money and we're trying to spend $50 a month. So I was like, hey, here's my budget. What can we cut from the service agreement, or what can I stop doing that will bring me down to that $50 a month? And they put me on hold for a while, and then they came back and they basically said, like, we can't do it, but because you called and asked so nicely, we will drop your pricing down to $65 a month. So now I not only got my $5 a month back that they had tried to upcharge me, I'm saving another extra $5 a month. That's a coffee from Starbucks if I want it. That's some dog treats for my babies if they want it. Either way, it was a big deal to me and I was excited to hear it. And I was like, ooh, I need to share this with my channel because they need to know that all you got to do is make a phone call and you can get this. Pardon, I just had to get my pasta. All right, so number 2 was actually our Spectrum Wi-Fi bill. I did the exact same thing, and I think it was like around the exact same week that I called ADT. I was like, you know what? I've read things online that say like if you call and negotiate and say, hey, I see you have this new member promotion going on, right? You're offering $50 and I'm paying $80 for the same service. Can you match that for me while that promotion is going on? And then basically if they say no, you threaten to cancel the service and they'll be like, oh no, wait, we'll do it for you. It's like when I had credit cards and I was cutting them up and closing them because I was like done with debt and I couldn't control it. And they were like, wait, if you keep it open, we'll do 0% interest for another 18 months. Like it's just a way for them to like get you right back in, bring you right back in. So anyway, I called Spectrum Wi-Fi and I said the same thing. I'm like, listen, I'm on a budget and I'm trying to get the best pricing that I can. And I'm looking to be closer to $50 a month. Can you help me with this? How can you help me with this? What can I cut from my Wi-Fi? Like, do I have to go to a lower plan or less gigs? Like, how can this work? Keep in mind, I was on like the lowest plan to begin with. So I kind of knew that they weren't going to have an answer. But what surprised me was that they came up with a solution that took all of 2 minutes and I saved $30 a month now on my Wi-Fi. Now, this is going to change for everybody because maybe you're not a veteran or you're not married to a veteran, but because my husband is a veteran, he falls under a certain category that's like a relief plan that has to do with Wi-Fi. Hang on, let me find the name of it so I can properly explain it to you. Okay, so it's by the Federal Communications Commission and it's called the Affordable Connectivity Program. And so if you fall into their list of different categories on how you can receive this benefit, you get a credit towards your Wi-Fi every month. And for us, it dropped our bill from $79 a month down to $49 a month, which again, like an even more amazing savings than when I called ADT. Number 3 just happened to me today. And until today, I didn't have the guts to ask this of my car mechanic. So actually, I got an extended warranty for my smart car, which is another story because I didn't have to pay for the extended warranty. I brought my car in for some service today and it turns out that the component is waterlogged, so it's not covered by this extended warranty service. And the total bill was fairly higher than I thought it was gonna be. We can manage, but of course I wasn't expecting to pay anything because I thought it was covered by the extended warranty. So when he originally called me, he gave me a price and I said, give me 10 minutes and I'll call you back. I hung up, I called my husband and I spoke to him for a minute and I was saying that the secondary air pump has to be replaced, right? And that's the part we could definitely afford right now. But the technician was recommending 2 other parts be replaced. And boys, this is not the time that you comment down below and say, oh, the smart car was a mistake, like somebody did in my last video. You don't know nothing about cars. I don't care about your opinion. I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm letting other people know how you can save money. So that is not the point of the story. Let's continue. So I spoke to my husband about the amount that we could afford versus what they were asking for the full-blown 3 parts that need replacing. And the technician said, like, I would recommend replacing all 3 parts because if this air pump is waterlogged, it means that these 2 components could be waterlogged. And I was concerned that if I don't do all 3 together, like let's say we just replaced the air pump today and then we saved up to replace the other 2 parts in 2 weeks, the other 2 parts could waterlog the new one and cause the same issue, right? So I called him back and I was like, listen, I have 2 questions for you, okay? First question is, do you have any discounts for me that you could apply? That's it. I just asked him and I shut up. Well, you are a new customer, so we can offer 10% off all labor. Great. It was only like $150 worth of savings, but hey, it was more than I expected, okay? It was still some sort of discount and only because I asked. The second question I asked had to do with payments, and I was asking to space out payments because we don't take out debt, and we recently just paid off all of our debt. All right, so this is the last $500 ring. Remember, we started with over $35,000.
It went across the whole wall.
I went across the whole wall. Baby, will you do the honors? All right, 3, 2, 1.
We're debt free!
So we're officially debt free, but that being said, we don't use credit cards. And when he told me the amount first, I was like, ooh, that's a little more than I budgeted for. And he was like, oh, we have this, third party that you could like basically apply for a credit card and then pay that way. And I was like, listen, Just got out of debt, not gonna do that. So I did ask him, like Dave Ramsey suggests, listen, can I pay you half now and half next week when I'm paid? And his answer, unfortunately, was no, but I still had the guts to ask. And that's my point to this entire video is if you need to save money, if you're looking to save money, ask. We also did the research and shop around for your car insurance to see if you're getting the best rate, right? And even then doing that, you can go back to your original car insurance and say, hey, I got offered this, what can you do? And sometimes they can be like, oh, suddenly I found a new discount for you. Let me just put that right on there. And they'll keep you. So that's all I've got for you today, ladies and gentle ladies, if you're watching. All I can say is that you have to negotiate these things. Look at your bills, check them out, see what kind of discounts you can get. Ask those difficult questions because you never know how much money you could save for your next Starbucks run. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment down below and let me know what you think of my videos so far, what you'd like to see me cover, or if you have any questions, anything I can clarify for you. I would love to know how I'm doing for you. Take care.